Welcome to the Sports Card Jungle. This is my second submission to PSA. First one went pretty well. This one, I know a lot of these cards are more base cards, but a lot of them are also quarterbacks. And with so many injuries happening in the NFL, especially at the quarterback position, you just never know who's going to actually end the season and where they're going to end. What Browns fans thought at the beginning of the season, Mr. Joe Cool would be our quarterback who could take us to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. That would just be odd, but make me very happy. Anyways, let's get to it. This is a 2008 Upper Deck NFL Players Rookie Premier, Joe Flacco. Against the base card, but I only had a couple of Joe Flacco's, and he could be the MVP this year. So why not get it graded and see kind of how it ends up. If I have to hold on to it, I hold on to it. Next card, I got two of these. These are the 2008 Sage Hit Joe Flacco rookie. Pretty decent kind of cards. Next up is a 2013 Panini Rookie Stars Geno Smith. Again, with the NFL having so many injuries and, some teams turning on different points, you just never know, who's going to end up in the playoffs and the Super Bowl. And, all these quarterbacks have a chance, or most of them do. So I figure, why not try? Take a shot in the dark. This next one is a 2016 Panini Score Jared Goff rookie card. Most of these look pretty good. This is another 2016 Panini, but it's NFL Draft Jared Goff rookie card. I didn't see a whole lot of these cards graded. I know they're all base and they're probably, printed out a lot. But since they weren't a lot graded, I figured also why not take a chance. This next one is 2012 Panini Prestige Draft City Destinations, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's interesting because he won a Super Bowl in Seattle, went over to Denver and just kind of laid an egg. And they got things turned around, and they still have a chance at the playoffs. So again, you never know what's going to happen. Next one is a 2013 Panini Prism Russell Wilson. This is his second-year card, but prisms are highly collectible, so I thought this would look good. I was gonna grade these with SGC because I think they would probably look better in the case, but PSA, you get a better return, and quarterbacks are the ones that usually do a lot better than the rest of the skill position players. This next one is a 2018 Panini Absolute Memorabilia Spectrum Gold. It's got a good shine to it. Next one after that is 2019 Panini Score Drew Lock. Drew Lock backs up Russell Wilson, and again, you never know. Teams do well, but then the quarterback goes down, as the Browns have seen on their fourth quarterback this year, but still in line, for the playoffs. So you just don't know about any of these guys. This is a 2019 Panini Score Gardner Minshew. He's had some ups and downs, but he's kind of he could take the Colts to the playoffs this year, so you can never count Mr. Mustache out. Next one up is another 2019 Panini Score Gardner Minshew. You know, see, he was drafted by the Jaguars. Did pretty well. Came and filled in, but they went with Trevor Lawrence. So we'll see how that turns out in the near future. Next, we have a 2019 Panini Score Kyler Murray rookie card. Should have 2 of these. You know, Kyler Murray, who knows where he'll be next year. He could be with Cardinals or he could be moving on to another team, but he's, like it or not, he got the talent, he's got the speed, he's got an arm. How accurate it is, I don't know, but we'll see where he ends up. And next is a 2019 Panini Score Kyler Murray. This is a 2019 Leaf Draft Kyler Murray Touchdown Kings. It's a gold parallel of the base insert card. Next one is 2020 Leaf Draft Jordan Love. Okay, next up we have a 2020 Leaf Draft Jalen Hurts. You know, the Eagles were on, hot streak at the beginning of the season. They've kind of cooled off, kind of like the Chiefs. But, the Chiefs and the Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year, so you definitely can't count them out. Here's another 2020 Leaf Jalen Hurts All-American Draft. It's a nice-looking card. I think it'll look good in a PSA holder. Again, there's not a whole lot of these graded, but again, I know they're base, but not a whole lot of grades, and the grades go well. It could do well if he goes back to the Super Bowl and wins it, too. Here's another 2020 Leaf Draft Jalen Hurts Touchdown Kings. Okay, we're going to move on to a 2020 Leaf Draft Tua Tagovailoa. I got his name, I think, correct the first time, so I'm not going to repeat it. But Tua's another one of those quarterbacks. He's got a few concussions, but his team has been hot and cold, scoring 70 points some game and then losing the next. So the NFL playoffs are definitely going to be interesting this year. Here's another 2020 Leaf Draft All-American Tua. I thought these looked pretty good. Again, I didn't put them in with my first submission because I had a little bit nicer cards, and these are base. But again, as I saw the NFL season going, so many players keep getting hurt. You just don't know where people end up. Any given Sunday, you never know. The next is another 2020 Leaf Draft Tua Touchdown Kings. Okay. Next ones are a little bit special to me as a Cleveland Browns fan. We have Baker Mayfield, who's lighting it up in Tampa Bay. And I got this complete set of the 2019 Panini Donruss Elite Spellbound. Put these out so you can see them all. Baker's probably going to take the Bucs to the playoffs. I don't know how long they'll go in the playoffs with the Eagles and 49ers, but he's definitely going to put up a fight. It'd be interesting to see Baker versus the Browns in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, I don't want to see Baker lose, but I think he's going to have to. I got another set of Spellbound Baker Mayfield Orange. These ones are serial numbered out of 25. And I bought these years back when Baker was drafted with the Browns. Very excited, about him. then we let him go, which is, I think, one of the biggest mistakes. As you've seen how well he's been playing with Tampa Bay. Nice looking card. You know, when they're all graded, I'll put them vertically to spell out his name. But I may hold on to him, may sell him. We'll just see. But here we go, Baker. We got a few more Baker cards here. These are 2020. Let's see. These are, 2020 Panini Instant Baker Mayfield. Baker leads Browns their first playoff win since '95. You know, I bought this card kind of right away because, Browns beat the Steelers the last game of the season to get in the playoffs, which is the first time they made the playoffs in 20 years. And then he beat the Steelers in the first round of the playoffs, which gave him the first playoff win in 25 years. So these are serial numbered out of 265. Now they all say 1 out of 265. But, I'm sure some Browns fans will like this, especially with the Browns, most likely going to the playoffs this year. And who knows, we may find Baker in the Super Bowl. I like these Panini Instant cards, when they came out, because it's, it's a moment in time. It's not just a player just slapped on a card. I remember where I was, when I was watching this game, and I was watching with the family, so it was a crazy, crazy time. Okay, let's move on to some position players. Now, I was going to also send these with SGC, but I figure, why not just put them with my PSA order. This is a Trent Williams 2010 Topps Prime. Trent Williams. It's out of 252 out of 999. I know it's 1,000 cards, a lot of cards, but again, some of these cards had very few grades. He's on the 49ers now. He may retire this year, and he may go to the playoffs, and the Super Bowl. So I figured, why not send him in with this last set of football cards, for the year. Next group of players we have is this 2014 Panini Prestige, Javion Clowney. He's with the Ravens right now, and they obviously are going to go to the playoffs, and hopefully the Browns will knock him out of the playoffs. But, he played for the Browns, playing for the Ravens. I got a few others like this in the set, so I figured why not take a chance, send it in. It's a nice looking card. It's not a refractor, but definitely a nice looking card. You got Odell Beckham's 2014 Prestige. Odell Beckham rookie card. I graded 2 other Odell Beckham rookie cards in the first submission. So again, just like Clowney, take a chance on him. Odell Beckham's doing pretty good. Him and Clowney are both with the Ravens right now. They're going to get knocked off by the Browns, but at least they have a chance to play in the playoffs. And I guess, Beckham's still relevant for at least one more year. We'll see. He's very talented, but he has had a lot of injuries, so we'll see where he goes. Next up is Mike Evans rookie card. Prestige 2014. He just hit his just over 1,000 yards for his 10th straight season. He's definitely going to the Hall of Fame. Baker's throwing to him. Hopefully, him and Baker will, make it to the Super Bowl, see the Browns, but then, stay together. Have the Bucs stay together. But he's definitely hell of a wide receiver. I got another Panini Prestige 2014 Mike Evans rookie card. This one's a jersey patch, 166 out of 250. Again, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a stud receiver. Kind of flies under the radar sometimes, but very consistent, very dominant wide receiver, especially in the end zone. Next up, we have a 2020 Leaf Draft, Michael Gallup. You may say, why am I doing Michael Gallup? Well, he's on Dallas, for one. It's a parallel for two. It's a gold parallel, and I have another Dallas card of a gold parallel, so I figure, why not send him in at the same time? See how well he does. Dallas always has a chance at the playoffs. It looks like they're going to get in this year. Who knows? Let's see if they can win the first game, but you never know. Like, different guys can step up. He could light it up in the playoffs. I know during the year he hasn't done well, but we'll kind of just have to see how it goes. But I'm not expecting a whole lot from this, but Next up is AJ Brown. This is a 2020 Leaf Draft. AJ Brown. I know it's a base card, but it's a good looking card. AJ Brown's been very dominant for the Eagles this year. So, I thought it looked good, and I thought I'd kind of give it a try. Well, the base of that card doesn't look good, but I'm going to send it in anyway. Next up is a 2019 Panini Score. This is a red parallel of AJ Brown. Like the look of these cards. These cards are pretty clean, so I figure I'd send them all in. Next up is a 2019 Panini Score David Montgomery. I was shocked this year when he went to Detroit and played so dominant. Again, Detroit's been up and down, but he's definitely given an extra kick to their wins. Next up is a 2019 TJ Hawkinson. Hawkinson just got that big contract from Minnesota. I think he's the highest paid tight end in the NFL right now. You pair him with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and then when Kirk Cousins comes back, they're kind of between quarterbacks right now. But he is a dominant force in the NFL. So I figured a position player. I know quarterbacks, return the most money, but he probably would do pretty well. Next up is a 2020 Leaf Draft All-American CeeDee Lamb. Now CeeDee Lamb on the Dallas Cowboys is their top receiver. This is a gold parallel too. And it's not like the nice flag in the background. It's a good looking card. Again, Dallas Cowboy, so somebody's going to want this. Last two cards. One is a 2020 Leaf Draft DeAndre Swift. Again, he's on the Eagles, and he's been, running well this year. Had some games up and down, and, but he was in the Super Bowl last year, with the Eagles, and it's a gold parallel, so I figure, might as well take a chance on it. And last but not least is a 2020 Leaf Draft Justin Jefferson. I graded my last submission, the gold parallel, which got a 10, and I figure, why not throw this in there. Unfortunately, he was injured this year, but he's kind of tried to come back and play, so kind of see how he'll come back and do. Well, that's all the cards I have. I appreciate your guys' time. Please, like and subscribe to my videos, and I will catch you on the return, and I'll be doing a video when these come back from PSA, but I'll be submitting cards to the grading companies, PSA, SGC, BGS, CGC. Every single month is my goal, so stay tuned. You will be seeing a lot of cards. Thank you very much.